Multicultural Apprenticeship Alliance, promoting social mobility, diversity, inclusion and equity in apprenticeships.
Hey again everybody, it's great to be back up here and with one of our amazing apprentices, Mohammed. Mohammed has very kindly offered his services today. He's been with us since this morning. He's been doing some wonderful work in our Accelerate kitchen today with Chef Matt. Matt will be coming out just before lunch today to talk to you all about what's on the menu. But for the next 20 minutes or so, Mohammed and me are going to keep you company. I'm going to ask Mohammed some questions about his career journey at Compass Group and apprenticeship experiences and a few other questions. And Mohammed's going to talk to you guys about his journey so far. As today is about celebrating apprentices, we really wanted to ensure that one of our apprentices was with us as somebody that can absolutely use his time in the kitchen to great advantage, and also hopefully to be able to share stories with you guys that will be of benefit to today as well. So Mohammed, my first question for you, and I'll keep handing you the mic to do this, is can you please tell me, can you tell everybody your job role, where you work, which site, and how long have you worked at Compass Group for, please?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm working with ESS, work at Defence Academy in Watchfield. I've been working almost a year now as an apprentice, and so far, I'm just living the dream.
Living the dream, I like it. What is the apprenticeship you are doing, Mohammed?
I'm doing level 2 as commie chef.
Level 2 commie chef?
Yeah.
Fantastic. How long have you been enrolled on the qualification for?
27th of this month, it will be 1 year.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm reaching the end of it now. That's it.
Tell everybody, how has it been going for you so far? Have you enjoyed the experience?
It's been amazing. I got a chances to learning on my side, learning at where I'm doing classes with Head College, doing in the different cities, going to Birmingham and London, and I got a chance to work with really well-known chefs in UK as Bryn William, Ollie Deboo, Debna, and so it's been great, an amazing experience to be honest. We got more than what we asked for as apprentices.
Fantastic. I would like to go back in time a little bit. I think it'd be good for everybody in the room to understand a bit more about yourself. So before coming to work at Compass Group and before becoming an apprentice or getting into food at all, what did you do before? Where was you prior?
Well, before I started as an apprentice and working in the kitchen, I had completely different experience. So I used to work with the special forces and the police. I study in different countries, Jordan, Egypt, and back to my country. I am from Libya. And then the time when I was with the police, I was a bit cheeky, so I wasn't really doing well. So I decided to leave the police and join the army. I came from a military family. So I joined the army, I studied in Egypt, and I then came here to study in UK, which is where I work right now at Defence Academy. I studied for 1 year Defence Academy, and I joined the Royal Air Force. Back to my country, I stayed in a war for a couple of years, was rough time, and then decided to be a civilian. So yeah, I just want to have a normal life. Met my wife, we got married, I have a child now, 6 years old boy, keep me busy. And then I got my stepson, he's the one that believed I could do better job in the kitchen. So I always love cooking in the house, always copying recipes from TV, from YouTube, and he's the one that was actually pushing me, always go try it, just go, you will do great. I told him, yeah. I was searching, find a job close to my house at Defence Academy. I thought, let's just give it a shot. And since then, honestly, I'm just, as I told you before, I'm just living the dream. I can't get any better with me.
So your son's your biggest supporter?
Absolutely, yeah. I got my family, they believe in me so much in the kitchen.
Fantastic. Yeah, if you don't mind me asking, what was you cooking for your son to make him push you and make you do what you do?
Well, we bought into Gordon Ramsay a lot. And one of the first things that he was really shocked that I mastered at home was the beef Wellington. I was big shock even for my wife. She couldn't believe that I've done it. So yeah, since then he was always pushing me, we always try, we always cook together at home. Yeah, it's just dream come true. Start being a chef now.
Fantastic. And just remind us one more time, how many years have you been working as a chef for?
Just a year now. It's still brand new.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay. This is exciting. Have you always had a passion for food, or is it something you've recently discovered?
My passion about food started when I was a little boy. My mom had an accident and she was in a wheelchair. She wasn't able to move for quite a long time. So me and my brother, we always around her, passing things around, watching her cooking, helping her cooking. And since then I started just cooking. I find that this is the right way for people's heart. You make people happy. You put smile in people's face when you cook something for them. And we always saying the eyes eat before the mouth. So when they look something looks pretty, they get happy. They have a smile in their face. And as a chef, you wouldn't ask for more than this. So make people happy. Who won't do that?
Couldn't agree more. You might make all these guys happy at lunchtime today.
I hope so, yeah. I'm looking forward to see a beautiful smile.
So, can you tell everybody about what's your time at Compass Group been like so far? So, what I mean by that is, what's it like to work where you work on a day-to-day basis? And what's it been like working in Compass Group overall, getting to experience different opportunities within Compass Group?
So I start with Compass as KP, and the first thing I ask for is there chances to grow in this company. With respect to KPs, we wouldn't be able to do our job without them, but I'm kind of person who like growing more and more in a place. I don't like staying in the same position all the time. So they told me, yeah, if you're doing well, you will always keep growing with this company, which is honestly makes me feel really happy that you can feel and understand that hard work pays well in this moment. So you work hard, you get what you're asking for, which is that's something you won't get or with other companies. You will stuck on the same place for quite a long time. But with Compass, it's always there is a chances to grow. We've been traveling. They offer me a travel to Germany to cook for the Olympic. There is a few competitions going. It's amazing. It's just great.
Wow. As well, speaking of competitions, as you bring it up, you were just in a competition in the last few weeks for our Compass Group Apprentice Chef of the Year competition. How did you get on?
I'm doing great. I scored the first place on my group, which is I did join the competition last year. Well, I think 3 months after I started as apprentice. I wasn't really ready for it, but I just want to join and have that experience for it. The point of joining this competition is not winning or losing. It's just having the experience, work with this great team, meet new people. But I scored the third place, and I did promise them, I told them next year I will do much, much better. So yeah, hopefully this year, maybe I'll get the chance to be the first. I'm looking forward. It's been tough. Other competitors are really good. They've done an amazing job, but yeah, looking for the final now.
Well, we're excited for you. Remind us, when is the final, do you know?
It will be 26th September.
Oh, good luck. Also as well, it was mentioned by Jagdeep that you are also a finalist at this year's Multicultural Apprenticeship Awards. Now, Kazim said something at the start of today, which was the awards evening is not just about potentially collecting an award on the night, which is absolutely a nice thing if it should happen to anybody, but absolutely it's about that shared experience of bringing apprentices to that type of occasion to showcase that this is what you've achieved so far. This has led you to this particular point. Suppose my question is, how do you feel knowing that you are a finalist for the Multicultural Apprenticeship Awards this year?
It was a really big thing for me. So to start with, on that evening, I was waiting for Charlotte to say the names for the apprentice, but she went through the list and my name wasn't on there. So I was with Callum and he told me, oh, good luck next time. And then Paul had the list for the apprentice level 2. And then I've been shortlisted for the finals. Honestly, that was a huge for me, and I couldn't be happier. So it's been a pleasure being part of this Multicultural Apprentice Award. It's just amazing experience. But met great people. I've done lots of networking, that was the main thing I was really focusing about. But yeah, I'm looking for the finalists, and best of luck for everyone.
Yeah, well said, absolutely. So, after this qualification is completed, have you spoken about what you'd like to do next? Do you know what you'd like to do next after you complete this apprenticeship program?
Absolutely, yeah. I did check with Mark Belford, the principal of HIT, and looking forward to start the level 4. But level 4 will be goes in two ways: the management side and fine dining side. And I'm looking for the fine dining part of it. So as soon as I'm finishing level 2, jumping straight away to level 4.
Good on you. That's really good. I suppose on that point, because you're so set and you know what you want to do next, what would be your advice that if you could speak to potential apprentices in the room, if you could give advice to anybody about an apprenticeship program, what would your advice be?
My advice about this program, just be a sponge. Suck it all in. There is lots of great things happening here, and honestly, we couldn't ask for more. This program has amazing things going on. You wouldn't find it from other companies. You won't find it even through a college. You get a chances to work with an amazing chefs. If you work in a kitchen, you get a chances to always study, which is, let's be honest, even the study we do, that costs lots of money if you do it yourself. And through Compass, you have it for free. So just this part, it's a huge, it costs about £3,000, I believe. So come on, you get it for free. And even you study through college or yourself, you won't get the chances to meet these amazing people, all these chefs working in their kitchens. It's just amazing. So yeah, my advice, just be patient and be a sponge and suck it all in. Get more of it. Never say no. You always learn, and we learn something new every single day.
Absolutely. A different type of question for you now, and there's only a couple to go. But the Multicultural Apprenticeship Alliance patrons meetings take place at different employers. And last year I attended one at British Airways, and we listened to an apprentice at British Airways talk about how to attract more apprentices from a multicultural perspective and ethnicity perspective, it would be advantageous for employers and delivery partners, etc., to spend more time in a higher population ethnic communities, especially to talk to parents, for example, around what apprenticeships can do and how powerful they are, to convince maybe some parents who think the traditional route is to go to university to show you've succeeded, that apprenticeships really do work. And that answer always stuck with me. So I suppose my question for you today is, what advice, or is there anything you could suggest that might help people from ethnic communities be more attracted to apprenticeship programs?
Yeah, absolutely. We could share our story more with young age kids. So like now I've been doing volunteering jobs with Muslim communities in Swindon and with refugees families. They got young kids age 11 and up to 17 and 18. They think always it's hard for them to get a job, it's hard for them to join other apprentice programs or that, because of culture, because of languages. But we get this young age lads involved with us in the kitchen. We go there cooking for them on Fridays, and they are really happy with that. They join us in the kitchen. And the point of this, what's getting popular these days, the kids are using knife outside of the kitchens, stabbing each other. It's scary these days. But now we try to convince them and get them involved in using the knife in the kitchen, not outside the kitchen. And we got lots of young kids. They are really enjoying it. They are very interested to it. So I think that will be benefit really well for them if we start sharing the stories to their parents, to their communities, to refugees places, Muslim places, get them more involved in us. with us. But honestly, I've been doing it for quite a long time, and I had a huge amount of young kids just enjoying being in the kitchen, cooking and having fun.
Fantastic. Can we give Mohammed a round of applause?
Multicultural Apprenticeship Alliance, promoting social mobility, diversity, inclusion and equity in apprenticeships.